Hi guys, it's me. This video is about my insecurity of going out in public with other people and ticking. It's not so much an embarrassment for myself, but I feel embarrassed for the people I'm out with. Um, it's mainly when I'm with my family. I don't feel like I can tick in public without making them feel embarrassed to be with me and be seen with me while I'm doing it. I know it's silly and it's something that I shouldn't I shouldn't be embarrassed about, but that's easier said than done because it's more of a you have to experience it to actually understand what it's like to be out and feel embarrassed for the person you're out with, not yourself. And it's I have a few people that I can be out with and I'll be fine. I have my good friends that I'm comfortable with ticking around, and my stepmom, but the rest I get really embarrassed for them because it's not the stares don't only affect myself, but it affects them somehow. Like, it's kind of like they're actually not used to being stared at or had a glance over like that in that way because they don't have what I have. So it's kind of like my disorder and my embarrassment is being pushed on them because I'm with them. And I really don't like it. I don't feel I can go out, and I'm not one who really actually feels like going out most of the time. Um, so usually I'll stay home before all of this started, but now that it has, it's kind of become an excuse to not go out that often. Instead of saying, I just don't feel like it, it's kind of like, well, I don't really want to because my medication doesn't always work. It's only of an occasion will my medication work. It's kind of like when I take my medication, like I've explained before, it gets all the big ticks under control, but it misses all the little ones. It's like a gate. All the big ones get stuck; they can't go through. But all the little ones, like these little ones and all this, they can go straight through and be undetected by the medication. It's like the best way I can explain it. And um, and it's kind of like that does happen from time to time, but there are days when it just doesn't work at all. Everything just comes out, and it's kind of like the medication works when it wants to work, and it doesn't work when it doesn't want to work. And I have no control over when it wants to work or when it doesn't. So I've actually decided that I'm just going to stop taking it for now because I don't see a point in taking it if it's only going to work some of the time. I mean, if it's only going to work some of the time, it's as well as not working at all. Yeah, this is basically what I feel. And I know I shouldn't feel like I should be embarrassed to be seen in public, kicking in public, and I shouldn't feel like I'm a burden or an embarrassment to the person I'm out with. But it's just my friends don't actually know a lot about it. I only have one friend that basically knows everything because she's subscribed to me and she's watched my video. And I will put her channel link down in the crotch bar. That's one for you. That's your one. Because we were talking about it at the beach, and I was like, oh, I'll make a video and I'll put you down in the description bar. And she was like, oh, about the crotch bar, because Shane Dawson says it. Anyway, back to the point. Go check out her channel. I'll put it down in the description bar. And go subscribe to her channel because she's a really good friend of mine. She's like one of my best friends ever. And yeah, anyway, so that's how she knows practically everything about it. And she's one of the people I can be really comfortable around out in public. And it's kind of like everyone else, all my friends, they don't ask about it. I know usually you're like, oh, I shouldn't ask because it's a bit rude, it's a bit personal, but it's kind of like ask because it will affect you, because every time a tick does slip out, it's kind of like they stare at me for a couple of seconds, and I don't know if Laura, if you're watching this, I know you're watching this because you watch all my videos. If you're watching this, I don't know if you know, but they do sort of stop and stare for 5 seconds, and they're kind of like, was that a tick? You know, it's hard for them to differentiate what's a tick and what's my normal, weird, random personality. But it's kind of like, it's like, just ask. You know, I'd rather just have them sit down, tell them everything about it, and then that it be done. So they know everything they need to know, and it's not that awkward 5-second silence when they're kind of like, was that a, or, you know, something like that. Like, that's what really bugs me. Yeah. Sorry, feeling of a tick was coming on, but I really didn't want to do it because I'm not in the mood, so I tried to suppress it. And that's what I do most of the time. And when I'm out, I don't really showcase my tics a lot when I'm out because I do have like a lot of fun, or I'm distracted and I just don't think about it, so they don't come out. And it's like something really easy, you know, just, you know, looking for a magazine or looking at clothes, you know, having something to eat and chatting with my friend. It doesn't really come out because I'm not paying attention to it and I'm thinking of something else, or I'm in a deep conversation with my friends. It's kind of like, Urgh. Yeah. That's basically what this whole entire video is about. About feeling embarrassed for the other person that's out with me and when I tick. And people looking, and yeah. It's just all too complicated. And it gets really annoying after a while because it's kind of like, I just want to be able to tick freely. I don't want to have to hold them back, because it's not that it hurts to hold them back, and it's not that it's a trek to hold them back. It's more so that it's uncomfortable to hold them back. It's like when you get really excited because it's like your birthday the next day and you get all these presents to open and you're going to be like 1 year old and you're really excited, but then all of a sudden someone's like, quick, calm down, don't do anything. You're just sort of sitting there and you're like trying to hold in your excitement. And another way of it is basically when you absolutely need to crack up laughing, and you need to like let your entire laugh out. You can't hold it in because it's just the funniest thing ever, and you're supposed to be like a really serious moment because you're in like class or something and you can't crack out laughing. So you try to hold it back and you're sort of sitting there going, you know, like trying to hold it in, but you just can't. That's kind of what holding a tick back is like. It's like really uncomfortable to do that. You know, you just want to let the laugh out, but you can't. So it comes out a little bit sometimes, which is basically what happens with mine. I think that's all I wanted to talk about. And the one thing I do have to say is when I have nothing to say and I'm sort of sitting here thinking of something to say next, my tics like to fill the silence. Like that. Basically. They like to find a way to fill an awkward nothingness. So it's kind of like they're filling in for what I should be. It was what essentially where I should be speaking is what they're filling in. And so that's kind of the one thing that really annoys me, is like they like to fill the silence. And when I'm in an exam, I don't tick. Usually. Most of the time. On occasion, one will slip out, but they're more facial because I don't want to make a noise during an exam. So I don't want to be treated differently by having to go into a room. I know, you know, I can get my own private room with a person and do my exam by myself and tick freely, but I don't want to because I can control them 99.9% of the time. That is a good statistic. Look that stuff up. Anyway, rambling on about nothing anymore, and so I just realized that I have looked into the camera most of this video. The rest of it I've been like talking to my curtains, or I've been talking to my door. Some of the time I've been talking to my double mirror closet doors. I could not think of the name of what they were. So I had to think of it for a second. But yeah, so that's basically what my video was about. And I don't know if anyone else feels the same way as I do when you're out with other people, especially my family, because I just really don't feel comfortable ticking around my family. I have no idea why. I actually have no idea why. That's it. That's just the plain and simple truth. I have no idea why I don't feel comfortable out in public with my family and ticking, as well as at home in private ticking in front of them. You know, I just don't feel comfortable about it because they always ask questions like, why are you doing that? What's this? What's this? Like, are you taking your medication? Yes, I'm taking my medication, but you have to understand. I'll make another quick little video about that in a second. I'll upload this one and then I'll do like maybe a minute or two long video about how my family don't understand. Because not everyone understands what you're going through, even if they are your family or they're your friends, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so go down into the description bar, click on my friend's link, go check out her channel and subscribe to her, because she's a really good friend of mine. And if you subscribe to her and ask her to do, because she sings, and so if you ask her to sing a song, she might, probably most likely, will do that song for you, or a section of that song. So go do that, okay? Alright, I'm gonna go now because this video is getting way too long for no apparent reason. Alright guys, subscribe to my channel, check out my other videos, comment, like, and go check out my friend's channel, but definitely subscribe because I like new subscribers. It's like a family. My 146 or 7, I can't remember which one, yes I am bragging, subscribers are my family. My people, my kind of guys. Or gals. Guys in general. As in, not a man, not a woman, just my home dogs, my peeps, my people that put up with these videos for no random reason because I am just gibbering on. Okay, peace out.